What's up guys, SkittleRampage here. So we have to talk about that new Awaken Golden Funko Pop. This has fans split down the middle. Now we also got a Nozel Silva from Black Clover leak for SDCC as well, and a bunch of other new stuff from Demon Slayer, Dragon Ball, Yu-Gi-Oh, and more. So let's check it out. Hey guys, welcome back to a second video for tonight. Now, I really wanted to talk about the new adult Golden Pop today. I am so glad that it is in fact real, and there's so much controversy around this pop from the collectors and fans. A lot of people are very upset about it. A lot of people absolutely love it. And then we have Nozel, no complaints there, and then tons of other new things as well. So definitely a lot to talk about. Now, before we jump into all that, we do have our question of the day, and that is, do you have a Funko Pop in your collection that is blue? And I'm going to go with Sonic here, if it'll focus. There it goes, Sonic. So I think we're going to go ahead and start off things with adult Gon or Awakened Gon, whatever you prefer to call him. So I actually woke up to this. Normally I'm up around like 6 a.m., but I've been trying to go to bed a little bit earlier because of SDCC reveals. They ended up not doing them today. Hopefully they will finish them tomorrow. But I woke up to this kind of like leaked out on Instagram, and I was like, yes! But then I started reading comments after I posted it from my followers and other people's followers, and I noticed not a lot of people like this one. And I was just like, I don't get it. Because when you really consider, like looking at this right now, when you really consider this mold, just look at his hair alone. It's insane to try to put that into a regular box. It's just not going to work. So the box they made is exactly what I expected it to be, honestly. And that's what's funny about it, is that me and Bailey were talking about it, and she goes, watch, they're probably going to put it in something similar to the Thanos style box where he's on his little chair there, and she ended up being right. It was basically the same thing. And this figure stands at almost 9 inches tall, which is just nuts. But I guess I don't really know what too many people were expecting in terms of the box and what it was going to look like. Now, granted, there are other things they could have done with this pop, and here's like a good example of it. So when he's charging up one of his final Jajankens, he's actually crouched, and he has his legs spread out, and then his hair kind of like flickers almost. And Funko could have maybe designed a 6-inch figure where he's kind of crouched like that, and it would have fit better as like a Pop Deluxe or Pop Super in that style, and then his hair kind of like whipping around him, essentially, just similar to this image I'm showing you. I feel like that's the only other way that we could have gotten a smaller box. I mean, unless they wanted to do this scene where he's literally using his arm as a weapon, they could have also taken that and turned it into a 6-inch, I suppose. Personally, if you're asking me, I would say what's missing from this figure mostly is a little bit more detail in the hair, maybe. Like, I get it, it does stand straight up, but this almost looks just like people are saying, like a gnome, like it's going just straight up, because his hair is very windy, it curves, it spirals almost straight up, it moves essentially, versus it just kind of standing still like in this pop. So I think if they made it a little more twisted or something like that, or gave it a little more detail, I think it would have turned out better versus this solid look. Now, something else, if I was the artist, I would have added was the aura around it. It's not like Funko hasn't added aura around pops before. Like we can take the Super Saiyan God Goku here, for example. You know, he has the aura all around him, and it turns out really good. So even if they did something like that to where it was like directly behind him, not, you know, entirely coating him, because I just don't think that would look good or work for a Funko Pop like that. But something like that, I think, would have added so much detail to the pop and probably made a lot of people like it more. Because they basically took it from this image, essentially, so adding on that aura or making it some kind of glow as well would have been really neat. Oh yeah, maybe one more thing they could have added was tears on his face, because when you look at this pop, it looks very emotionless, and he is a very emotional person in this moment, very angry, ready to just end it all, essentially, in this moment. So I don't think they captured the facial detail well enough to showcase how much distress he was in, like emotional distress. Now, honestly, it sounds like I just tore that pop apart, but in reality, I actually really do love how the figure turned out as well, and if this is how they make it work for us to get it, I'm satisfied. I'm going to take it, I'm going to pick it up and buy it and add it to the collection. Now, how I'm going to store that on my shelf, I have no idea. I will say the box is obnoxious, but look at the character. There's nothing they could do about that. So if you were wondering my opinion on it, those would be my changes, but overall, I'm excited for it. Now, our final anime pop that was leaked for SDCC was Black Clover's Nozel Silva. This one is finally here. And check this one out. His pop detail is just insane. They got the character down to a T, which is really great. Plus, they even added the Mercury around him, and they give it like a metallic look as well to make it look a little bit more realistic, and overall just a fantastic design on this pop. Now, if I'm not mistaken, guys, that makes our final anime pops for SDCC this year. So I guess let me know down below, did they impress you this year? Was it better than last year? How you guys feeling about the anime exclusive? Because here are the 3 other ones outside of Gon and Nozel here, which do include the Gold Roger cover, Sesshomaru, and the Tanjiro and Orokodaki 2-pack for Demon Slayer. I would say Gon and Nozel are better than those. Like, I love the Gold Roger cover, but we already have 2 Gold Rogers, you know? And the only thing that makes him unique, in my opinion, well, yes, he's in a different outfit, but at the same time also is the bounty cover in the background. That is what's making the pop the most unique, at least in my opinion. Sesshomaru is really nice as well, but I think we already have a pop of him that is like at least kind of similar in a sense. And then the 2-pack, you know, honestly, we mostly just needed Orokodaki there. The Tanjiro is really nice, and it's much better than the Hot Topic exclusive, but I do feel like we should have just gotten this one from the 2-pack originally. So if you're wondering where I'm at personally, my favorite reveal is definitely Gon. I think Nozel turned out fantastic. He would be in the number 2 for me. Probably the 2-pack, just because it's very detailed. At number 3, then Gold Roger at 4, and then Sesshomaru at 5, just because I'm not really that big of a fan of Inuyasha. I don't know though, let me know in the comments down below how you would rank all 5 of those anime SDCC exclusives. Next up, I did want to give you a quick reminder update about the Jiraiya Sage Mode exclusive and the Tokoyami Glow in the Dark pop from AAA. So these ones actually popped up on Amazon today in stock, and if you guys do want to order them, if you haven't pre-ordered them, I'll drop a link down below for you guys. But in case you did pre-order them, I do want to let you know that all the stock is arriving to dealers and vendors and retailers now, so they should be shipping them out within the next 1 or 2 weeks. If you're wondering how that kind of works, guys, is that AAA is the distributor. They don't actually sell pops to me or you or any consumers. They sell them to all these companies, and then they have to divvy up the stock to all these companies. And then sometimes a smaller retailer will order some from Entertainment Earth, and then Entertainment Earth will send it out to that store. So sometimes that's why it might take a little bit. Now, next up, I did want to give you first looks from Distrito Max at the new Inuyasha, Kilala, and Shippo exclusive that also has a chase variation. So this one does have the Funko Shop sticker, and it does look like they've been getting a lot of different exclusives in a little bit earlier over there, which is really nice because it gives us the indication that it should be dropping on the Funko Shop very soon. And overall, these turned out really great. I'm probably going to try the drop as well that day just because Bailey loves the set, and she does like the anime, so she'll probably be trying to grab that chase. So here's hoping at least one of us pulls that chase. Now, while it's not confirmed to drop in the next month or 2, I would say that's likely the ETA. Okay, so the last few things I do want to show you guys is that we actually have some new exclusives and pops that were actually leaked out from overseas or a factory. I don't really know, but they popped up in a Facebook group. I couldn't really pinpoint who that was, so if it's your photo, thank you so much for sharing. Now, first up, we do have a brand new Yu-Gi-Oh pop here, and it's the XYZ Dragon Cannon. This one is so intricate, but at the same time, how they designed it, it almost looks like how my Discord members are saying, kind of like a McDonald's toy. I don't know. We need to see closer looks and better images of this one, because based off this like angle and kind of image, it looks a little like plasticky and kind of like McDonald's-y. So going back and editing, I just realized that I just said that a Funko Pop looks plasticky. They're made of plastic. That should be my quote of 2023. This Funko Pop looks plasticky. I don't know what I was saying there. Which is really weird that this one kind of looks a little lesser in quality because usually the 6-inch Yu-Gi-Oh pops are like off the chain. Now moving on, we also had first looks at Demon Slayer pops, and we had Sabito and Hotaru. Now I don't remember Hotaru being like leaked or rumored, unless I just off the top of my head can't remember that. Though I kind of wish we got him from season 3, and I won't mention that here just in case anybody's caught up because it only recently ended, but it would have been cool to, you know, get him from season 3. Anyways, though, what's really great about this is recently we actually just got first looks at Mokomo, and now we have first looks at Sabito, and they're like a great pair. Now we have Hotaru, so I'm assuming we're getting an announcement fairly soon here because these pops are just leaking and popping up left and right. Now, the last thing I did want to show you guys was we also have first looks at the new Super Boo Tanks exclusive. Now, the reason I say this is an exclusive is 1, it was rumored to be, but 2, On the right image there, you can tell that that pink is shaded differently, indicating that it is a possible glow chase there. Now, something else that's really great is that he actually has one of the little ghosts right next to him, and that's going to be a cool little double glow. Now, while we do have first looks at some of these pops here, you guys know how it goes. Unfortunately, no solid release date just yet. Of course, when I know, I'll let you guys know as soon as possible. Alright guys, so that was another anime Funko news update for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, smash that like button down below. It really helps me out. As well as subscribe and click that notification bell if you're new here. We are almost at 100K, so subscribe. We're almost there. I'm going to end off this video by saying a big shout out to all the amazing Patreon supporters of the channel. You guys rock for supporting myself and the channel. If you guys want to check out Patreon, the link is down below. We have a Patreon-only Discord where we share a lot of information, news, restocks, updates, links, and more. I also want to remind you guys to make sure to be following me on all my social medias at SkittleRampage over on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page so you can stay up to date. Alright, love you guys. See you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.